The House of Whispers. After the death of her parents, a young woman named Alice is forced to return to her family's old house, located in a remote town. There, she begins to realize that the place hides a dark secret, a presence that whispers names and promises of something terrible. As the hours pass, Alice finds herself confronting the evil dwelling in the house and unraveling the mystery of what happened to her parents. Opening scene. An aerial view shows a small town enveloped in thick fog. The streets are deserted, and the houses appear abandoned. The camera zooms in on a large, isolated house surrounded by twisted trees. The only sound is the wind slicing through the eerie silence. There are places where time cannot erase secrets, and there are houses where echoes never fade. No matter how much you want to forget them, the focus shifts to Alice's parents' house. It is dark and silent, as if waiting for someone's arrival. Alice's arrival. Alice, 28, arrives at the house, visibly tense but trying to remain composed. She steps out of her car and enters the house, which appears untouched but carries an undeniable sense of abandonment. The sound of her footsteps echoes in the silence. The house is dusty, yet nothing seems damaged. Alice, thinking aloud, "I should have come sooner, or maybe never at all." She picks up an old photo of her parents from the entry table. The picture is yellowed with age, but the faces are sharp. On the back, a handwritten message reads, "Always together, forever." Taking a deep breath, Alice begins to explore the house. The atmosphere is unsettling yet familiar. The whispers begin. Alice enters the living room, where everything seems untouched, except for an odd sense of coldness. She moves to the window, trying to see outside, but the fog obscures her view. As she turns to step away, a faint whisper breaks the silence. "Whisper, Alice." She freezes. Looking around, she sees no one, just the empty house. Alice, nervously, "Who's there?" Silence. Alice hesitates but decides to investigate. She moves through various rooms, each darker and more oppressive than the last. When she reaches the hallway, the door to the basement, usually locked, is slightly ajar. The basement. Descending the basement stairs, Alice hears her footsteps reverberating off the stone walls, as though the house itself is alive and watching. The only light comes from a flickering bulb hanging from the ceiling. The air is icy and heavy. At the bottom, she notices an old, rusted door she's never seen before. The door is slightly open, and though she considers retreating, something compels her to move forward. Inside, she finds a room filled with furniture covered by white sheets. At the center is an old, creaking rocking chair. Suddenly, the chair begins to move on its own, as if someone invisible is sitting in it. Alice, whispering, "What's happening here?" As she approaches the chair, the air grows denser. She hesitantly touches the armrest, and another whisper echoes around her. Whisper, sharp, "Alice." They never left. Unraveling secrets. Alice begins to hyperventilate, her vision blurring. The rocking chair abruptly stops. As she backs away, a familiar voice calls her name. Voice, "Alice." She spins around to see a shadow moving quickly behind her. She screams, but no one responds. The shadow vanishes as she turns on the light. Panicking, Alice flees the basement and rushes upstairs. She stops in the hallway, staring at a photo of her parents on the wall. They are smiling, but something is off. In the reflection of the glass, a shadow moves behind her. When she turns, no one is there. The letter. Alice enters her parents' bedroom, the most familiar space in the house. While searching the wardrobe, she finds a hidden letter in her father's jacket pocket. Trembling, she reads, "If you're reading this, it means the whispers have started again. They come back to us, just as they came to those before us. Never look at the mirror at night. Never." Turning sharply to the mirror, she sees nothing. The tension rises as she feels a presence drawing nearer. The house awakens. The environment changes. The house grows darker, and an oppressive atmosphere takes hold. Alice hears the whispers grow louder, faster. Whispers, "Alice, Alice, Alice." She runs through the corridors, but every door she opens leads her back to the same spot. The whispers intensify, and the house seems to close in around her. In the living room, the television turns on by itself. The screen shows a static image of the house, but something is wrong. Shadows move in the windows. Desperate, Alice runs to the front door, but it's locked. She tries the windows, but they won't budge. The whispers escalate into frantic screams, and the shadows begin to take form. The final revelation. Exhausted, Alice collapses to the floor, staring at the ceiling. Her parents' voices echo in her mind. Father's voice, "Alice, there is no escape." Finally understanding, Alice looks into the mirror one last time. In the reflection, she sees her parents smiling grotesquely. Alice screams as the house envelopes her, the whispers crescendoing into a deafening roar. The screen fades to black. Sometimes what you inherit isn't just memories, but the secrets the house keeps. And in a place where echoes never fade, the living become just another part of the story.